G'day, it's Andrew from New South Wales Irrigators Council. Last Friday, the Murray-Darling Basin Authority released their guide to the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. It's now Monday afternoon here in Sydney and we've had an opportunity to consider some of the numbers. When they released the guide to the Basin Plan, which I'm holding in my hand, they made a big deal of the fact that it would cost only 800 jobs across the Murray-Darling Basin and only 800 million in terms of lost productivity. As we said at the time, those numbers simply didn't stand up to the bullshit test. You simply can't take away a third of the productive water across the Murray-Darling Basin and it cost only 800 million and 800 jobs. We didn't believe the numbers then, we don't believe them now. We asked the CEO of the Murray-Darling Basin Authority, Rob Freeman, what the justification was for those numbers, how they'd come up with that figure. We were advised that that would be in Volume 2 of the Guide to the Basin Plan. Volume 2 won't be available until the end of October. That is, after the vast majority of the community consultation sessions are concluded. It's now Monday afternoon here in Sydney and we have just noted that Rob Freeman has been engaged in a series of rather embarrassing backdowns in media interviews to say that it's not 800 jobs, the figure that they provided to the media and was very widely reported. It is in fact, and if you look buried on page 121 of this guide, some 3,000 jobs, not 800 million, it is in fact 1.1 billion. So the numbers are escalating quite considerably. The chairman of the Murray-Darling Basin Authority, Mike Taylor, provided a fairly clear indication in the media conference last week that we weren't allowed into. Have a quick look at this clip that features the chairman, Mike Taylor, explaining that they don't have the information to tell you what the job losses will be.
Just your report saying 800 full-time job losses and about $1 billion in agricultural production. How are you proposing the government should compensate communities that are affected by that?
Two things. One, we've put in some analytical work, so let me make it clear. The data you just quoted is not data we're saying black and white is correct in any shape or form. And importantly, we think that the economy-wide studies that have been undertaken work well on a national basis and even work well on a basin-wide basis. But we do not think those economic models are satisfactory for dealing with what localised impacts are likely to be, and we would certainly be encouraging a lot more work to take place on that. It is our view that they are likely to be quite significantly higher than the sorts of numbers that come out of those general equilibrium models.
So it seems pretty obvious to us that the Murray-Darling Basin Authority actually don't know what the economic impacts of their proposed basin plan will be. On the other hand, New South Wales Irrigators Council developed a calculator which allowed analysis of a range of third-party data from the Australian Bureau of Agriculture and Resource Economics, from the Australian Bureau of Statistics and from the New South Wales Office of Water that showed that the cuts proposed by the Murray-Darling Basin Authority will cost some 17,000 jobs in New South Wales alone, with an annual productivity impact of some 2.4 billion. Those numbers are all from third parties. Our calculator is available in the public domain. It's not to be issued in some Volume 2 later this month. It's available for analysis. Nobody as yet has managed to critique that calculator to tell us that it is wrong. The Murray-Darling Basin Authority have had 2 years and still can't get this information right. That's why we've got a problem with them.